Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho. I'm going to give you guys another commentary today. And today, just wanted to talk about a little bit of a strange quirk about just me, I guess. Kind of an awkward topic, but kind of wanted to talk about it because I thought you guys would be interested in it. Well, I don't know that for sure, but oh well, here goes. So, I don't know if this is actually really, true about me, but or like a physical condition that I have that I just don't know about because I've never really checked. But I think starting in high school during my junior year, no surprise, right? Um, I started to develop this a little bit of an anemic condition. Now I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical expert. I mean, hell, I fucking dropped out of my pre-dental program in college. So, what do you want from me? But I started to develop this habit of falling asleep in class. Now, don't take it the wrong way. I'm not falling asleep in class because I'm bored and I have nothing better to do, and because I'm all that. It's just I'm paying attention in class, and all of a sudden, I find myself like, eyes kind of droopy, next kind of droop, hanging a little bit, and I'm just like, oh, like what was that? And just snap back to attention again, and all of a sudden it just goes down again, and then bam. Next thing I know, the bell's ringing and class is over. I'm like, the fuck, the fuck. But anyways, so it's kind of like a condition that's been with me ever since junior year of high school, where I just randomly fall asleep throughout several intervals throughout the day in class. Now, as it progressed through school, got to college and whatnot, it slowly started to develop into this habit of there would be these specific moments during the day where I would just fucking like black out, and it's not even like I want to fall asleep during class, especially now that I'm in college. This is kind of good advice for everyone too. If you're in school, you shouldn't fall asleep because you're not paying attention. I'm falling asleep because I have no idea reason. I have no idea why. I don't have a legitimate reason. If I would want to say, I'd like to say, oh, I'm just bored in class, I'm just gonna fall asleep every day, ho ho. But it's not really as simple as that, and I really don't know what's really causing it. I mean, it's not like a serious life-threatening problem or anything. It's just, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting to see how it's somehow manifested itself within me over the years. Like, I remember a zero period in senior year of high school. Every time I got there, like 15 or 20 minutes in class, I would just fucking, my head would be on the desk, on my arms, and I would just be stone cold out. And more than many times, specifically speaking, probably like 20 or so times, the teacher would call on me because my zero period then was Japanese 1, and I was a Japanese 1 honors. No, I don't think we had honors then. So my zero period class was Japanese 1, and what we would do, the times that I would always fall asleep, like randomly fall asleep, every single time would be when we were going around and answering questions for like a workbook or something. And right before it came to my turn, I'd just be dead. Well, not literally dead, but you guys know what I mean. I'd just be, like I described, head on my arms, arms on my desk, and I'd just be. Or sometimes what I've learned to do over the years in order to hide myself from, looking like I'm falling asleep, or if I'm actually asleep, is to kind of lean forward on my desk, butt against the back of the chair, and, cross your arms, but put your elbows on the table, and kind of lean forward a little bit, and have like a piece of paper underneath your arm, so it looks like you're looking at something, but in actuality, you actually have your eyes kind of looking down, and you have them closed, and you're kind of snoring away. Well, not really snoring, but, hanging your head and you're fucking out cold. But, that's kind of what I learned to do. But back then, I didn't really realize that, me falling asleep, randomly would be a habit of mine, like a bad habit of mine. So, well, things that you develop over the years. But anyways, so, yeah, every time she would call on me, she'd always call on me, or almost always call on me when I was fucking out cold. And as soon as I heard her call me, I would just like be like, huh, what was going on? sometimes my friend who was sitting in front of me, that was protagonist actually, we actually shared the same Japanese 1 zero period class, I think. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. And we he would just tap my shoulder and was like, "Yo, dude." I was like, shit, this again." So yeah, that wasn't fun. But anyways, as years went by, now that I went to college, there would always be these classes where I would always fall asleep. I have no idea why. Always those specific moments during the day, and it came to the point where now, for me, that kind of falling asleep randomly during class, there's two of them now, because now my schedule kind of looks like this: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've got two classes that are all Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What's really interesting is that at the beginning of this semester, I didn't used to fall asleep at any of those classes, but now, for some reason, my second class at noon, or which starts at noon at 12:30, now like 30 minutes into lecture, I'm just like snoring. Oh, not snoring, but I'm out cold. I'm asleep, like slouching in my chair and be like, got my elbow on the armrest and be like, "Yeah, bro, I'm totally listening, man. I'm totally listening with my eyes closed." But it didn't used to be that way, but now it is, and I don't understand why. It's like, my that class that now I'm falling asleep in, is in a freaking movie theater, and the movie theater's always got the AC on, like always, even though it's the middle of the fucking winter. It's always like 50 or 60 degrees in there. So you would think, like, how would you even be able to fall asleep in there if it's that cold? Yeah, well, somehow I do. It's just something that I've never been able to figure out. Like, why am I doing this? Like, even if I get, like, even on days where I sleep, 8 hours, 9 hours a day, I would still go to classes, and bam, I'm asleep. Bam, I'm asleep. And bam, I'm awake again. I'm like, oh shit, what did I miss? Oh, man, it's time to leave now? Crap, I just missed out on an entire lecture. Fuck me. So it's just like, well, the struggle, right? The life of a student struggle, Kappa. But it's just a weird thing. I don't know if it's actually a condition. I don't know if it's like a form of anemia. Like I'm not even too sure what anemia is really supposed to be. But it could be that. I'm not too sure. But it is what it is, and I just thought that you guys would be interested in hearing that. I don't know why you guys would be interested, but who knows? You might be, but yeah, I just have a really bad habit of falling asleep in class. Like I've kind of thought about it a little bit, like over the years, and I've come to the conclusion that my brain automatically toggles me to fall asleep during classes where my brain kind of subconsciously decides that it's boring and I have nothing to gain from this lecture, and it's interesting because every single time, like every single class I've actually fallen asleep in, they're all classes that the lecture material isn't all that important to know. Like, you don't need to absolutely know that in order to do well throughout the entire class. Like, for example, the class that I have in the movie theater at 12:30, all the lectures there, they're important, yeah, for contextual information, but in our midterm, like, all you really needed to do was just look at our textbook and study it, and you get a good grade. You didn't need to listen to all our damn lectures to know what was going on and throughout the test or the midterm. All you needed to do was just study the textbook and you'll be fine. So that being said, I do kind of have a reason to believe that the classes I always fall asleep in are just kind of classes where my brain thinks, oh, you don't really need this. I'll just let's just go to sleep for a little bit. I'm tired, and it's like it's like a switch in my mind that my brain automatically pushes, like, ooh, push button, push, and just I'm asleep. So yeah, very annoying. I have no idea why my body, my mind, my brain does that. I have no idea. It's just something that I've always wondered why it really ever happened. Like, at first I thought it was because of lack of sleep, because in high school I remember I used to get like 5-6 hour sleep schedule days throughout the weekdays, and excuse me. And I was like, maybe it's because of that. Maybe I should start sleeping a little bit more. But the same time, I don't want to sleep more because I think sleep is a waste of my time. But, you know, I'm only a human. Anyways, so, yeah. Very interesting story that has no moral or theme. So I don't know why I just went on for 10 minutes talking about myself and my stupid condition. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed.